Now, pious souls, that Allahu Akbar himself comes to impart the true knowledge and even sends his junior engineers and gives them instructions, and if they do not understand, he himself also comes and tells them the reality, do it like this means that. Now that Almighty has sent me his junior engineer to run the tape recorders like humans perfectly, and he has given that instruction manual himself, which is complete in all respect. Till now, whatever instruction manuals were available means the holy books were incomplete, because only the complete can only give complete. He himself can only describe his own creation, and for that, knowledge giver of Quran Sharif in Surat Furqani 25 ayat number 52 to 59 himself says, he is the creator who created entire universe in 6 days and sat on throne on the 7th day. So, the knowledge giver of Quran Sharif is not the creator. He isn't the creator of all creation. He is not the inventor of DVD player. Only the one who has made the DVD player knows and can make instruction manual, means he has only told about complete religious scriptures, and that Almighty descends in every era, comes in every era. I will give you lot of evidences from Vedas and eyewitnesses by great men that Almighty has a body, he descends and imparts actual knowledge on his own. Dr. Zakir Naik is lying, and by quoting wrong examples, he is fooling the world, innocent people. He is making people follow him by cracking jokes. He is zero in spiritualism. Listen now, what is the reality? I will show you from the same scriptures. Dr. Zakir Naik ji, Muslim ji, you have only showed the cover page of scriptures, but this slave will show the reality inside these scriptures, which was not clear to you till today. Zakir brother, you also see it now. Now I will prove from pious Vedas that God is in form, he is like humans, and he has body, his name is Kabir, and he resides above an ultimate abode in Satlok Sachkhand, means he lives in that immortal place. He comes from there speedily and meets good souls. He tells them actual knowledge when he comes all by himself. Look now, I will show you pious Vedas, pious Rig Veda. First in pious Rig Ved Mandal number 9 and 10, they are collectively translated. From where is it published? From Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, Maharishi Dayanand Bhavan, Ramlila Ground, New Delhi. Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati Krit. Printer is Print Offset Printers, 1510 Patodi House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Pious souls, surprisingly, one folklore sits deep in people's heart that God is formless. God is formless. Muslims say Allah is Bechun. He is bodiless and resides in seventh sky above without body. In which form does he reside there above? Decide this. What is told here, there was a spokesperson of Arya Samaj, Maharishi Dayanand. All his acharyas and disciples claim God is formless and say Vedas are correct. No book is like Vedas on this earth, and they themselves translate Vedas. So Kabir Sahib says, Moti mukta darshat nahi ye jag hai sab andhare, dikhat ke to nain chasam inke phira motiya bindre. They seem to be intelligent but had cataract of ignorance, like one who suffers from cataract, an eye disease. Their eyes look perfect as if they do not have any disease, but actually they can't see. So God says they look as if they are wise, and they say he is formless. They do not know ABC, they themselves are translating Vedas but blowing trumpet that God is formless. There is one Muslim spokesperson, Dr. Zakir Naik. He as well as entire Muslims believe that God is formless, bodiless. He doesn't have body. And to prove his statement, to prove his knowledge, Dr. Zakir Naik has taken the support of Vedas and Upanishads. I will show you from the discourses of Dr. Zakir Naik ji as well as from the books made from his discourses as to how he believes God is. There is one book written by Dr. Zakir Naik, Similarities Between Islam and Hinduism. I will show you. This book is exactly copied from his video cassettes. Now, the concept which this slave wants to clear is that Muslims, in fact, the whole world believes God is formless due to lack of correct spiritual knowledge. Since today's discourse is on Muslim religion, so Muslims believe God is bodiless, formless. They call him Bechun. Next, see, they made the concept clear that what I say, what Dr. Zakir Naik ji says, God is formless. He has taken reference of some verses of Vedas to support himself, and he claims Vedas also tell the same. I will show you those discourses in which he has taken in his support. Similarities between Hinduism and Islam. Dr. Zakir Naik. Similarities between Hinduism and Islam. This is Dr. Zakir Naik. Fareed Book Depot Private Limited. Similarities between Hinduism and Islam. Dr. Zakir Naik, edition 2008. Price is rupees 40. Fareed book. Printed by Muhammad Nasir Khan for Fareed Book Depot Private Limited. Street Patodi House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Branch detail is given. Printed at Fareed Enterprises, Delhi 6. Here we are at page number 10 of this book. Yajurved, chapter number 40, verse number 8, it is mentioned in Yajurved, chapter number 40, verse 8, he is bodiless and pure. Means God is bodiless, he doesn't have a body, and he is pure. Look now, this is Khudbat. Dr. Zakir Naik means Dr. Zakir Naik's own words. Hindi translation by Maulana Muhammad Imran Kasmi, Vigyanvi. Fareed Book Depot, Delhi. Safe for copyright. Book name Khudbat. Dr. Zakir Naik. Urdu translation Sayyid Rohan Shah. Tarteeb and compilation Amar Shahid. Hindi translation Maulana Muhammad Imran Kasmi. Coordinator is Alhaz Muhammad Nasir Khan. Quantity 2100. Publication October 2011. Imran Computers Private Limited. Publisher Fareed Book Depot Private Limited, 2158 MP Street, Patodi House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Now see on page 186 it is said, he cannot be seen. No one can see him from eyes. Look here. Khudbat. Dr. Zakir Naik, page number 187, Tazawwur of God in World's Religion. Look here. He is bodiless and true. It is illustrated in Yajurved chapter number 40 verse number 8. He is illuminated without body, without injury, not physical. He is so pure that even Satan cannot peep in. Dr. Zakir Naik ji means that God is formless, without body, bodiless. No one can see him. Who can see a formless? But pious souls, what is the reality? God is in human form. Same as humans, he has a body. His name is Kabir. Dr. Zakir Naik ji believes God is formless, so with this it is proved that he is not wise. Christians consider Bible to be complete in all respect. They believe there is no other holy book like it and say God is formless, that he is formless. It is clearly written here he is like man, like humans, and pious Quran Sharif mentions he created whole universe in 6 days and sat on throne on 7th day. He sat, so how can formless sit? He is like humans, he sat there. He is sitting there means he is in some form. God says in Suksham Ved, in correct spiritual knowledge, in actual knowledge which he himself gives, that Allahu Akbar, that Allah Kabir, that Kabir Dev, Kabir Sahib. We call Kabir Sahib, they call Allahu Akbar, not much difference. He himself came and told that Moti Mukta Darshat Nahi, ye jag hai sab andhre, dikhat kete nain chasam, inke phire motiya bindre. They look as if they are intelligent, great scholars, but by talking all useless stuff, what not? And they are fluent in their speech. An ignorant person thinks they are scholars, but they do not know ABC. So about this it is said in spiritual knowledge by God, Gorakh se gyani ghane, ye Sukhdev jati jahan, aur Sita se bahu bhariya, aur Sant dur sthan. There are countless spokespersons, each better than other. The slave is Hindu by birth, but when all holy books were matched using that true spiritual knowledge, then the slave got to know that our race is living being, mankind is our religion, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, there is no separate religion. Now, actually the slave is a Muslim, actually the slave is a Christian, actually the slave is a Hindu, actually the slave is a Sikh. And if someone is our disciple, then actually they are Muslim, actually they are Sikh, actually they are Christian, actually they are Hindu. Those my children are following all these rules which a disciple needs to follow. Now the point is, God says, Charon yug mein mere sant pukare, aur kook kaha hum hail re. हीरे मोनिक मोती बरसे ये जग चुगता ढेल रे. God himself came and told that I met great people in all 4 eras, I met good souls, I gave them knowledge, they glorified me. And they tried to give others true knowledge, but these innocent souls are trapped by these fake saints, Acharya, Guru and Qazi, Mullah. They could not recognize me. They did not give respect to my saints. As a result, they left precious spiritual knowledge, that is, that correct way of worship, of salvation, means instead of worshipping that one Allahu Akbar, they are accumulating pebbles and stones by doing other worship. Means they are not familiar with the path to attain salvation, they are far distant, and I told them in all 4 eras about which Vedas are giving evidence that the name of that God is Kabir Dev. He resides there in the 3rd region of Dhulok. The earth there is white, soil here is black, the soil of Satlok. The eternal place is white, which is the residence of God, that Allahu Akbar. He comes speedily here, meets good souls, makes them familiar with correct spiritual knowledge. He gives speech, tells that actual knowledge like a poet through verses and glossary. His name is Kabir Dev. Look, We are reading Rig Ved. I showed you the complete context. Rig Ved, Mandal number 9, Suk number 86, verse number 26, it said, for patrons who perform yagya, religious rituals, that is, those who worship means the devotees, for them, God streamlines everything and removes all their obstacles, destroys their hardships, purifies them. He lightens himself. That illuminated God Kabir, here he is Kaviratyo, we call him Kabir, we call V as B in our local language, like someone's name is Ved Prakash, we may call him Ved Prakash. He himself will also do that. If someone asks him, who are you, what is your name? He himself will say, my name is Ved Prakash, but he will write Ved Prakash. So consider it same, Kabir, it's written Kavir, we call him Kabir. And Dev means God. Look here, this is Kavir, they have separated and wrote like this. They converted Re to Upsarg, prefix. First, we will clear this concept once we read this. They should have written, he is Kavir Dev. See, this is pious Yajurved. With this, we will prove it. From where is this published? From Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, 2/5 Maharishi Dayanand Bhavan, Ramlila Ground, New Delhi. This is printed from Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati Krit. It is printed from here. Now we come to chapter 36, verse number 1. It is written that chapter 36, verse number 1, it is written, Yacham Vacham Prapadye Manu Yajuhu Prapadye. Yaju is prefix. Here Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati has translated this correctly. He wasn't misguided. He translated meaning of Yaju as Yajurved. It had to be like this only. It would have been wrong if he would have made this meaning something else like Sarvaj, omniscient, or something else. Since the context was glory of Yajurved, so he had to write Yajurved no matter there is a colon. Similarly, wherever God is glorified in Vedas, it's Kabir, even if add prefix according to grammar. We do not want to disturb their grammar. They should have written Kavir Dev here. They should have written meaning Kabir as Kavir Dev, not Sarvaj, omniscient. We call him Kabir Sahib in Quran Sharif. He is called Allahu Akbar, Allah Kabir. And we call him Kabir Dev, Kabir Sahib. In Vedas, he is called Kabir Dev. We call him Kabir Dev, call him Kabir Sahib, Kabir God. Call him Sahib or Ram or call him Allah. In this way, we will understand those few verses of Rig Veda where it is evident that God is in form. We kept Yajurved and took Rig Ved. Look, it's Rig Ved. Now we come back here, Rig Ved Mandal number 9, Suk 86, verse 26. Here it said, for patrons who perform yagya, religious rituals, that is, who worship, means the devotees, for them, God streamlines everything and removes all their obstacles, destroys their hardships, resolves their problems, purifies them. He lightens himself, that illuminated God. Here they should have written Kavir Dev, and not meaning as Sarvaj, omniscient. Kabir Dev, Kabir Sahib, Allahu Akbar. He descends as lightning. He meets admirable people, means good souls, good man, good people, meets Dharmatma. Now pious souls, that God resides there in the third region of Dhulok, from where he comes speedily, like lightning, means rapidly. He comes in fraction of a second and he is Kabir, Kabir Dev, Allahu Akbar. Where does he reside? Look here. You were reading Rig Ved Mandal number 9, Sukt number 86, verse 26. We come here that Kabir Dev descends like lightning, like electric power, means with speed he meets admirable people. Where does he reside? It's made clear in verse number 27 that God, who resides in the third region of Dhulok, in third part of that Dhulok, up above there, I will show you more in Rig Ved, Mandal number 9, Sukt number 54, verse 3. Look, it is made clear that he is like sun. That world motivator, God, is calm in nature. That world illuminator, Vishvani Punani, by purifying all regions, Bhuloko Drishti, means he is in the topmost region, upwards, top of entire universe. He resides on top of all universe. Up there means Ishtathi, means presently he is sitting there and he comes from there, and in Suksham Ved, that is, in that true spiritual knowledge, God himself has told, Nabi Muhammad namaskar hai, Ram Rasool kahaya, 1,80,000 को सौगंध जिन नहीं करत चलाया, अर्श कर्श पर अलह तकत है, खलिक बिन नहीं खाली, वो पैगंबर पाक पुरुष थे साहिब के अबदाली. God himself told Arsh Kursh means my place is at the topmost part of this entire universe and nothing is left unnoticed from me. Khalik bin nahi khali. And wo Paigambar Pak Purush the Sahib ke Abdali. When God met Ramanand ji, respected Ramanand Swami ji, he took him to Satlok, later brought him back. Then he said, "Do thor hai, tu bhaya ek se do, aur keh Ramanand hum karne, tum aaye ho mangyo." Then God himself said, "Hey Swami, Srishta mein aur, Srishti hamare teer, Das Garib, Adhar Basu, Avagat Sat Kabir." Adhar means up there. Above, I reside, I am that true Kabir. Hakka Kabir, I am Allahu Akbar. I reside in ultimate abode, I have come from there. God also took respected Garib Das Sahib Ji up there in that region, then sent him back later. Then he said, "Anant Koti Brahmand ka ek rati nahi bhar, Satguru Purush Kabir hain, ye kul ke sirjanhar. हम सुल्तानी नानक तारे दादू को उपदेश दिया, जाट जुलाहा भेद न पाया, वो काशी माहे कबीर हुआ." Now it's also clear that one who came in Kashi was Allahu Akbar himself. Next I will show you. In Rig Ved Mandal number 9, Sukt number 82, the concept will be absolutely clear. In Rig Ved Mandal number 9, Sukt number 82, verse 01, what is said? He, the creator of all, that God means who creates all, who created entire universe in 6 days and sat on throne on the 7th day, that radiant God who destroys sins, that Rajiv, it's Sanskrit, it means like a king. On page number 269 and now on 270 page, he looks like a king. He is like a king. He is enthroned. He wears crown and he is omnipresent. He meets nice people, means good souls who are firm devotees. He purifies them and meets them. How? Like lightning strikes the places it likes. Why does he come? What is his purpose of coming here? God comes here to impart correct spiritual knowledge, the actual knowledge, and meet great people. You descend speedily and like dynamic material, you attain our spiritual sacrifices, means our religious rituals. You are Kabir Dev, you are Allahu Akbar. You are pure. Please destroy our sins. O immortal God, you give us happiness. Hence proved. Now, with pious books of 3 religions, it is proved that God is in man form like humans. He resides in topmost region. He is enthroned and sitting there on topmost place of entire universe, and he comes from there to give correct spiritual knowledge. And this Muslim spokesperson, Dr. Zakir Naik ji, says, show some evidence that God comes as human to give knowledge. It's all a lie. He had also said that if anyone will prove him wrong from these holy books, then he will leave his religion and will become his disciple.
I challenge anyone in India, be it a minister, be it a Swami, or be it any guru. Inshallah, I am learned about Islam and comparative religions. I accept there should be a debate. I discuss with them. If you prove me wrong, I am ready to change. These are the words of a Muslim. And when we promise, we adhere.
So this is the request of the slave. Do not withdraw from your promise. Do remember this. It will be your well-being.